All right, what's going on, people? This is a series I'm going to start. It's called Artist Development. Kind of getting away from the technical things and getting more into more kind of mental things as far as your approach to this whole rapping thing. And the number one lesson I want to talk about is timing, the art of timing, and mastering the art of timing. Okay, so I don't care if you're 15, I don't care if you're 30 years old. We all have the same amount of time in a day, okay? And I'm speaking to you assuming that you take this rap thing really seriously and you want to be a rapper, okay? We have to spend time rapping, spend time in the studio, spend time writing. That is the only way our music is going to improve, because the more and more we're actively doing it, the more and more we're seeing where we fall short, and we're seeing our mistakes, and we're able to go ahead and tailor our mistakes and practice on what we mess up on. And the next video will be about practice, but today I want to talk about timing, the art of timing, mastering the art of timing. Okay, everybody wants to finish a song in an hour. Everybody wants to be able to make songs like this, songs like this, songs like this, because you've seen your favorite rapper, you know, in the studio just knocking out songs like that. Now, the difference between them and us is they are superstars. Okay, they have been rapping for years. Well, I've been rapping for 15 to 20 years, you know. And so when you guys see me rapping and see me going in the studio and freestyle and able to come up with stuff like this, it's not because I learned it overnight. It's not because I learned it after, you know, just knowing a couple of techniques. It took practice. It took putting time into it. It took being serious about it, okay? The other side about that is when you see these guys working so fast and knocking stuff out, it might get you confused with that being the process. That is not natural. That is not the natural process. That is a master at work, okay? So we've all been riding bikes all our lives. You know, we can do tricks on bikes. We can all of that, you know. But when we first got on the bike, we, you know, without the training wheels, we would fall, we would scrape our knee. We couldn't really do tricks. We were scared to do certain stuff. It's because we were just learning, okay? We saw guys that knew how to really ride, and, you know, we wanted to get to that point, but we knew we had to know the fundamentals in order to get to that point, okay? So how does that translate to rapping? In order to get to that point, we need to put the time into our music. And we also need to realize that the creative process is not one that we can put a timer on. Okay, so a lot of people want to be making songs. I want to be able to come up with ideas in an hour. Where is this coming from? What is the need to want to quickly get something out, when the best stuff is usually the stuff that is thought out, is taken, is you know, you taking your time on it, you know, you're going back and revising it, making it better, improving it. Now, on the other side of that, a lot of great stuff is made on the fly when you're not thinking about it, when you're not, you know, when you're not to just sitting stuck at something. And that's why I tell a lot of guys that if it's something that you feel like you're stuck on, if it's something you feel like I've been at this for 5 hours and I can't get nothing, then yeah, move away from that, because at that point we're wasting 5 hours on something when there are millions of beats, millions of ideas we can go on and probably get juice from. But in our creative process, until we've learned the fundamentals, until we put in the time to practice, put in the time to bump our knee and hit our head, then we have to allow ourselves room to spend more time on a track, more time on getting better, because the more time that we're spending on music, it's helping us tenfold, because we're not only making more music, we're improving, we're learning things on the fly, we're internalizing things on the fly. And we can't do this without spending time in the studio, okay? So when we're in the studio, and when I say in the studio, you don't necessarily have to be in the studio. I mean writing, I mean listening to beats, I mean, you know, actively trying to, you know, perfect your craft, okay? if we took one day, let's just say one day to make a song, right? One day. We go to sleep 8 hours out the day, and then 16 other hours. If we took 16 hours to work on one song a day, let's say we do that 3 days out the week. We do that 3 days out the week, only 3 days out the week, right? And so a month, that would be 12 times, right? That's an album every month. An album that you can promote every month by just doing 3 songs a week, spending 16 hours on one song. Okay? And we look at our catalog and we see, man, we only got like 2 completed songs. We got a couple demos and a couple freestyles and all this. It's because when we're not able to get that stuff that quick, we get discouraged and we move on to something else, thinking, it's gonna come quick. But if it don't come quick, we move on to something else. That is ruining our development. It is ruining our development. We need to be fleshing out songs, spending time on songs, spending time on those difficult moments, those moments that challenge you, that make you like, oh man, I cannot think of this. I cannot, y'all be so quick to give up. Y'all be so quick to, I'm gonna just move on to the next one. You will never get better doing that. You have to get over those humps. You have to work through those humps. That is how you get better. Okay. An expert has seen every problem in his field, and he knows how to handle every problem. He has seen every roadblock. He knows how to get over every roadblock, okay? You call a master electrician to your house and you want him to light up the whole house. You expect him to know how to get in there, do the wires, hang everything, make everything look beautiful because he's done it so many times, okay? That's the same thing with these professional rappers. They've done it so many times. They've finished songs so many times. They've been in the studio so long that they become experts. And the only way we can become experts is, number one, spending time on our craft, okay? I spend at least 5 hours on my craft a day, okay? There's people that spend way more time than me, but I make sure to put 5 hours in. I don't care if I'm rapping. I don't care if I'm thinking of stuff. I don't care if I'm hearing beats. I don't care if I'm doing business stuff. I don't care if I'm making videos. I'm putting 5 hours a day, making sure I'm putting in that time, okay? And in that time, I'm learning stuff. I'm seeing the different dynamics of this new world that I'm in. I'm learning the ups and downs. I'm learning the rules. I'm learning the boundaries. I'm learning what I can do. I'm learning what I can't do. I'm learning what rules I can bend, what, the standards and the practices. And then once I learn those things, the rules and everything, then I can bend them to the will of my creativity. But we can't get to that point until we're in the studio. In the studio don't mean spending money at a recording studio. I mean writing. I mean hearing beats, going through beats, thinking of titles. That's actively working on your craft, okay? And then we have to get the concept of time, all right? If we just took one song in a day and we finished one song in a day, that's it. Just focused on that one song in a day. All right. Let's say we do one, we focus on one song, completing one song in a week. That's 52 songs. That's 5 albums in a year. Do you have 5 albums in a year? Do you have 52 songs, 52 completed songs that can go on an album? Or do you just have a bunch of demos? Do you just have a bunch of uncompleted songs? We're in the business of completing songs, okay? We just like ball players, all right? We not playing to the third quarter and then just saying, the score, we down by 5. It's the third quarter. Fuck it. It's over. No, we have to finish the game. We have to see how the game ends and then go look at the film and see where we can get better. So we have to finish the song, finish our songs, finish our ideas, flesh out our ideas, and then go back and see where we can improve, okay? You ever seen somebody with a tattoo? Okay, look at my tattoo, right? Look at my tattoos. I'm going to be real with y'all. Look at my tattoos. My tattoos are a bunch of just lines, unfinished artwork, no details, all that stuff. and I just said, screw it. I just said, screw it. I'm just going to be okay with it. Okay. That's how some people are treating their songs. Versus if I go into a tattoo shop today and I go to somebody and I'm like, man, I want you to make it beautiful. I want you to put the color on it. I want you to put everything on it, develop it. Imagine how it's going to look. Let's turn this arm into some shit that looks like, you know what I'm saying, some real beautiful stuff. It's a crazy analogy, but I'm just saying, guys, let's master timing. Time is on our side. Time is on our side. If you have a full-time job, you have 8 hours to go to sleep. Let's say it take you 2 hours to get back and forth to work. So that's 18 hours. You still have 6 hours in a day. All right? You still got 6 hours in a day. You mean you can't squeeze 6 hours out of a day at least 3 times a week for something you want to do, and you wonder why you're not where you're at? It's not rocket science. It's not this huge concept. You're not gonna become the greatest rapper next week, and you only been working on your craft for 10 hours this week. You're not gonna become that great if you're not putting in the time, if you're not in the gym working on those free throws. Guys, I've been rapping since I was about 12 years old. Okay? I've written countless songs, but there was a point in my life to where I would just pull up beats and I throw something on it. If I ain't like it in the first hour, I trash it. I pull up another one, feel it. If I went, you know what I'm saying, in the next hour, trash it. And I went through that stage for months, only eking out maybe 4 songs in that period. Versus thinking about all those ideas that may have been good ideas if I'd have sat there and developed them. It's on you. None of these videos is going to make you the best rapper. None of these videos is going to make your music that good without you applying it. You have to apply it, okay? I gave you the information. I gave you the game. Now you have to take it and apply it. Constantly apply it. Constantly apply it. Make that trash music until it becomes good. Make that horrible music until it sounds like something. But all it takes is timing. Look at the time you got. I mean, especially with the, with the virus and whatnot, people are at home more than ever. 3 songs. Matter of fact, 1 song a week. Just give me 1 completed song in a week. Now, I don't care how many freestyles or demos or ones you do in between that. That's cool. We still need those. But just one completed song a week. 1 completed song a week. That's 5 albums. That's 5 albums in a year. 1 completed song. Okay? 6 hours in a day. After sleep, after going to work, after going back and forth to work. 6 hours in a day. And you can't put 3 of them days. You can't put 3 of them days towards your craft. Towards trying to get better, get further. Because when you make that album, when you're making them albums, you become consistent and you grabbing fans. But as long as you putting out demos that are incomplete because you don't want to take the time out to develop them, you're not going to get no fans. Fans want to see consistency. Fans want to see finished product. Fans want to see the whole damn thing. We don't care. Fans don't give a damn about this little idea that you had and you wanted to see if it go. Because once you play that, we don't want to hear what you did after that. We don't want to hear you go improve on it. I want to hear the final product right then and there. Put the time in and realize you have more time than you think you do. But also realize that time is ticking. You can't buy time with money. And I'll holler at y'all. Peace.